there are 4 platforms. The first platform is the free class every Friday by 3 p.m. This class is for anyone that wants to know how to pass IELTS at one sitting. It is free. You don't have to make any payments, and will teach you what to do to pass IELTS at one sitting. In that class, we have simple interactions. People just ask questions. I think there's a WhatsApp group for that class. About 400 people are in that group right now. All right. This particular group that just got open recently, I'm thinking to convert it because I think you have over 500 in that group, and I feel we can just be sending the link without having to ask people to just keep joining the group that is almost already is about 400. Okay, so the focus is just to teach people 30 minutes class, and that's it. Then the second platform is the reading conference. That was a recent idea. I think we had it this morning. What we simply do in the reading conference is that we solve Cambridge reading questions. How many of us attended the session this morning? It's free. It is not, we are not ready to make any payments, and you can call anybody to be part of the class. The first one I mentioned, which is the Friday class, is aired on YouTube. All the classes we have been having for the Friday class since last year, August, they are all on YouTube. It's not the free class is not a new idea. It didn't start yesterday. It's been on. If you go on our YouTube page, if you scroll, how many of us have checked the YouTube at all? I know some people who have done research. Like you went to the YouTube and you saw there's a number of videos. There are about 67 videos. The video YouTube has been there for about 4 years, and some of you have done are there. So it's not basically new. All right. So the second class, which is the different, it's not aired on YouTube, but it's free. All right. Now, the third class. Now, I'd like you to follow me with this third class. It's called IELTS sponsorship class. All right. What we intend to do is to support anybody that is able to achieve success, or you can confirm that you are ready for IELTS. We want to support you to write the IELTS exam. Do you understand? Now, I am aware that some people have written IELTS more than once. Some have written more than twice. You understand? And to get the money is a bit difficult. So what I intend to do is to support. Where do I want to get the money to support? It is not from the money that you pay into the group that I will be able to get the money to support. Do you understand? The money that is paid to the group is going to be around 8,000 thereabouts. And the group is going to be there. For as many as have gone through that particular platform, and maybe at the first encounter, they did not do very well in that platform, there is room for them to continue the platform until they are ready for the exam. So it's not like when you join and you didn't do well, we send you out. No, there is room to renew your presence in the group, and then until you are ready, because I do not want to see somebody join the group and go and write the exam and fail. So we have this platform, and the plan and the platform is to help to see how people can pass IELTS. Yes, at once. Do you understand? Oh, my wife is calling me, my God. Just give me a sec. So what is my new plan? Because now there's a new update about the group now. In order to calm the fears about scam, I just want that fear to go. What I intend to do is this. For those who have been part of the class previously, I believe some of them are here now. You have done the mock test. I was going to introduce the mock examiner to you. His name is Ibukun. He's the guy with the mask. I believe he was here recently. The guy that is the one that is helping to deliver the mock test. And if you still want to write the mock test, you have been part of the group, please just reach out to Ibukun. He's going to get the mock test done for you. But I do not want to give the mock test to anyone that has not gone through the class because, number one, I feel that you probably do not have the necessary know-how to be able to pass the mock. You understand? So for those who have gone to the January class, you still want to do the mock test, reach out to Ibukun. He will give you the questions, and then he will tell you the rules so that we can be sure that you're going to pass. So here is the principle. Now, note this carefully. And it's plain and open. There's no hidden agenda. If you write the mock test and you did not pass the mock test, all right, you are going to be, for attempting to write the mock test, even though you did not pass, you're going to be given, it's a new update, so just know this, you'll be given a sum of 10,000 naira. Just to, number one, to say, all right, well done for writing the mock test. You can keep that money, all right? If you write the mock test and you passed listening and reading, that is, you had above 7 in listening and reading, but you did not do very well in writing, and maybe you had 6.5 and 6 or 6.5 and 6 in writing and speaking, you'll be given a sum of 20,000 naira to say, all right, well done, you are not ready for the exam, you could still do well. If you push further, you will get better, all right? And then the person will come back and write it when it's ready. And then once you pass, you'll be given the balance of 30,000 naira. Now, but if you write at once and you pass, all right, at the instance, when I say pass, I mean you had 7 in listening, 7 in reading, 6.5 in speaking, in writing, and maybe 7 and above in speaking. So you have 6.5 in writing, and then you have 7 and above in speaking. You'll be given, at that instance, you'll be given the sum of 50,000 naira. And when you are ready to write your exam, if you make specific requests, you'll be given an extra sum. And that will be prerogative to my conversation with you. But at the instance of your passing the mock test, because you have passed, you'll be given the sum of it. Now, I'm not going to be making the payments. I'll be, and right now, for those people that have written the mock test before now, I know that there was a level of success that you had. Not everybody has passed. Ibukun is aware. For us to be sure that you truly wrote the mock test, Ibukun has to affirm it together with my admin officer, which is Chinwe. Chinwe will be the one to make the payments. I will send the money to Chinwe. Ibukun will confirm with Chinwe that this person has written the mock test. This is his results. And so this is the money that is based on the results that the person had, the money pay. So for those who have written the mock test before now, you understand, I've not made the payment to you. I was going to make it yesterday. But the reason why I didn't make it yesterday was because I was trying to clarify, what I needed to do, because of the fact that no one has done it and had an outright success. And I wanted to set a standard so that everybody that's doing the mock test, we have an idea that I'm not just doing it for fun. Whether I do it and pass or not, there is still going to be a gain. Do you understand? All right. So if you did it at all, whether you passed or not, there will be a sum of 10K. You did it, you passed listening and reading, passed writing and listening very well, or the other way around, 20K. If you did it and you passed at once, at the first instance, 50K. And that 50K is going to be improved upon by request whenever you intend to write the exam. And it can be any amount, you understand, just to support you to go ahead and book for the exam. I hope that is clear. That is very clear. So now I'm not going to be paying from the money that you are paying. So don't be confused to think he's trying to collect money so that he will now, the way they do this. If you know what they do, this bonanza. Okay, yeah, 5,000. If I collect all the money that I wanted to collect at once, it's not going to be enough to make all this payment I'm talking about. So I am doing it from my own salary and from my own purse. Any payment I'm making to anybody is from my own purse. It's not from the money that you paid. Did you understand? So I'm not doing it for the purpose of gathering money, so that when I gather, I will now begin to calculate. All right, let's pull out. No, that is not the purpose. It's simply the focus of paying money to people is to support people, at least to give encouragement. You understand? Okay, let us support people. Let us help them. Let us see how they can, have some booster. If you have 50,000 naira a year, you have 10,000 naira a year, you have 20,000 naira a year. By the time you get it together, it will be enough for the money. And you know that you're not just writing for fun. You're writing to pass. You understand my point? You're writing to pass. So it's not like you're writing that you have an idea that you are already going to what? To pass. So what of people that come from other countries? If probably you came from Ghana, or you came from South Africa, or you came from maybe an outside, you're not in Nigeria. That is, we are going to be having a conversation, and the conversation is going to be based on the amount, because I've not made any decision yet about that. That's the truth. And the reason why I've not made decision about that is because the equivalence of the amount that is being paid is not the same with Naira. If I give somebody from Ghana 50,000, it may not be up to the amount that is going to even be able to support the person. If I give someone that is in UK 50,000 Naira, it's a small money. You understand? So that's the reason why I've not made on that yet. But if you're from other countries, I'm going to personally have to sit down now and think of what to do about it. So right now, if you're not in Nigeria, you understand, and you truly want support, we're going to have that conversation. And I will now find out how much I am going to give to you. Did you understand? Secondly, I created some pathways for which people can be part of the group, of the class, because I understand that not everybody has that 8,000 naira at hand. Do you understand? The first pathway is for people that do not have the money now, but they want to pay it at the end of the month. That's the pathway of pay later. Then we have the people that I initially the pathway for 20 people, and that pathway was for people that have half of the money. So I sent 4,000 naira to them. Add it to the half money that you have and pay. I did that for 20 people. All right, 20 people. And I don't know whether we have anybody like that on this platform, but yeah, 20 people was supported with 4,000 naira each. All right. So if I am looking for money, will I send? Because most of the time people don't really like look at it from that perspective. If I'm looking for money, will I be sending for 4,000 to 20 people? How much 4,000? That's about 80K. You understand? And I did send that between yesterday, day before yesterday and yesterday. Are you following me? And yeah, some of them has joined the group. You understand? So if we look at it from that perspective, I'm wondering, why will somebody now come and say it's scamming? I mean, because what I know about scamming is that they want to take money from you. They don't want to give you money. So whenever it comes to releasing money, that should have also negated the idea of scamming, even as it was trying to come up. You understand? All right. And secondly, yes. So I have closed that pathway because I have supported. I said it earlier that I'll be supporting 20 people, and that has been closed because I have supported up to 20 people. Now, I created another pathway for another 50 people. And that pathway is that if you have 5,000 naira now, go ahead and pay. If we get up to 50, we will now close that pathway. Right now, as at the last time I checked, I think 20 plus have already, or 25 plus have covered that pathway. So we are still having about 20 people that are left to get through that pathway. Do you understand? That one is that you don't have to wait till the end of the month. Thank you for speaking up on those who are supported. You understand? At least, thank God that you are able to speak up on that. I appreciate it very well. So those 5,000 naira is not going to wait till the end of the month before you say you want to pay. You have 5,000 naira now, you will pay, and that will be it. You understand? You won't have to pay any extra money, and you're going to go through the same course for every other person that paid 8K. I know some people don't have a problem of paying 8K, you understand? But all of us don't have the same capacity. So we don't want to judge. All right. And of course, my target is 1,000 people. And so definitely, I believe that there are some other people that we still meet that are still coming. And I'm still thinking in my head, what other thing I can do to help those other persons that probably want to join. You understand? I'd like you to understand that the target of this 8K is not basically to siphon people. Get the point. The target is to get people to be committed. I will not lie to you. Get this clearly. Free classes are not as appreciated as paid classes. And if you attended the class we had yesterday evening, how many of us attended the class we had yesterday evening? The one we had on listening. If you study the quality of that class and compare the quality of the class, the compliance of the class, the seriousness of the class, you compare it to the one we had on reading this morning and the one we had in the afternoon, you will see that a difference. And what is the real difference? People paid. When you pay for something, it is where your money is that your heart will be. You understand? If I wanted to maybe make money from it, I won't take 5,000 naira. The amount of quality, 8,000 I'm taking, the amount of quality that is pouring out from this is not 8,000 naira worth of a class. If you go and find out from real IELTS classes that people pay for, it is not this is not the amount that they pay, and this is not the cost that they receive. So it's just to enhance some form of a commitment. That is it. Nothing more than that. And the money is fair enough as far as I'm concerned, because it actually something that it's not something that you have to struggle and fight to get. And of course, if you're not in the country, it's a, what is a hour pay. You understand? It's an hour pay. You understand? So it's not necessarily a pressuring stuff. So I don't expect someone to come and say, I'm siphoning people of, no, it doesn't even tally. You understand? Because of the amount and the quality. All right. So the third group of people are people that have the money and they're ready to pay. That's the 8K. You are not struggling to have 8K. 8K is not your problem. You just want to pass IELTS and you have the money. Those are the thoughts. That's the 8K gates. Do you understand? All right. So I'm not trying to dissect it. I'm just saying if you have the capacity to pay now, that is part one. You have the capacity to pay 5K now. That's part two. And then you cannot pay now, but you want to pay at the end of the month. That is part three. And if you are in any of those three categories, it is not going to be different. You're not going to present any differently. Everybody will have the same dimension of treatment. You understand? And that is all about the Mexican Academy as it relates to class. Of course, there is the personal class that has to do with one-on-one. You understand? But that personal class is individualized. It's individualized, and it has to do with per hour. When you meet me and I meet you, we decide the number of hours you want, and then you make payments. That one is for 1 hour, you pay 8,000 naira. So if you are saying I'm making money, that is where I could be making money. You understand? And of course, I didn't bring it to anybody. I didn't put it up for anybody to be aware of. I mean, I didn't raise it on that page because that is not my target and focus. But people might say, I want the one-on-one class. I've seen people from the from this group that we are currently opening up, and they say, sir, my schedule probably does not allow me to have time for this particular. So let me meet you one-on-one. Or some people say, I just want it. That's all right. We will schedule time and we will meet. And it's per hour. You understand? If you want 5 hours, we will arrange the time over the next 5 weeks. That's 30 minutes for every section. That's 10 meetings. You understand? And it depends on how you want it and all of that. But the bottom line is that is another that's the other part that we run. But I didn't trace it with anybody on that page. And of course, those people on the one-on-one class, I didn't promise them that I'm going to pay any IELTS money for them. You understand? It is individualized class, except they now choose to do the mock test and they say, I want to be part of the whatever. And that is by request. You understand? But the one that I use my mouth to say and that I say I'm going to follow up is what I just said today. So if you have done the mock test, for example, and you are hearing me now, you have done it in January or February, Ibukun has marked your listening and reading, have marked your writing and speaking, and you have given your score. please kindly go back to Ibukun now, affirm your statement, and then he will now connect you with Chinwe so that you can have your payment. I'm announcing that now afresh. And I'm going to put this up on that page so that in case you have done the mock test, whether you passed or not, you have your scores ready, liaise with Ibukun, get the scores together, and then he will now connect you with Chinwe. You don't have to speak to me anymore. I'm going to send the money to Chinwe, and Chinwe is going to transfer the money to you. Do we have anybody that has any question about this issue? And please, for anyone that probably wants to come up with question and answer, please let them just watch this video. It's simple. If you have any question about it, please ask now. I will be happy to answer you. And then we can clarify every other matter. So that this thing, so anyone that has any issue, I'm going to make this video to be available. Just watch it and get your question answered. And that is it. That is that. So there will not be anybody that will be saying, can you explain this to me? What this means mean? That mean I want to go and sleep and all of that. This is just the answer. So do we have anyone that has question? I'll be waiting for the next 3 minutes because we have to go now. We have a class. I'm already late. I just thought to do this so that that one can get out of the way. Do you have anybody that has any question? I'll wait for 3 minutes. If I do not see any, you can type your question and I'm going to read it and I will answer. If you have any request as well, you can type it. I will answer. So that we can move on. While that is going on, let me begin to, please, if you you can just type a question and I'm going to answer ASAP. I will answer under pressure. But I believe what I said is clear, isn't it? Please, if you understood me and you're not, and you are very sure you understood me, please just type yes. Let me show that I'm not talking to self. If you understood me and you are sure you understood me, please let me know. This is so I'm preparing for the next meeting that we are starting very, very immediately. I will read out the questions and we start. All right. No question, I believe. Let me see. Please, if you understand me, just type yes. I'm going to unmute Mr. Ibukun. That's his number. If you are written the mock test, go ahead and speak to Mr. Ibukun. The mock test is going to be virtual. Mr. Ibukun is going to be coordinating the proceedings. It's going to be you are having tax 2. Okay. Now we are talking about tax 2 in our sponsorship class today, and we are starting the class in the next few seconds. You can still join. You can still be part of the sponsorship class. If you want to make payments for the sponsorship class, how do you make payments? You can make payments in 2 ways. You can speak to Chinwe and you can also pay directly online. You understand? There's a platform to pay online if you want to. But of course, for the 5K, you have to pay into the account. But if you want to pay online, there's a platform you can pay online directly. But of course, you can chat Chinwe so that you will be sure we are paying to speak to Chinwe. She will give you the guideline on how to pay. Somebody was saying, just want to ask for the class 8K, 5K, pay later are the same. Yeah, they are the same class. The 8K is the same class, 5K the same class, pay later the same class. It's the sponsorship class. That is all. That is all. It's basically the same class. Do you understand? It's the same class. Yeah. Do we still have other questions? Or I believe everybody is clear now. Is everybody clear now? How many of us are perfectly okay with what I've said so far? So I chatted with Chinwe about the 5K that I will pay later, but she said I have to pay. Yeah, for the 5K class, the 5K class is for the first 50. It's for the first 50 that pays. So if the data you are paying is going to be before we get to number 50, then you are okay with it. Right now, I don't know the number that I've paid. I think yesterday when I checked, 17 people have already gone through with 5K option. I don't know if it's up to 25 now or more. So if your letter is able to catch up with the time that we're able to get 50, you are fine. But if it doesn't catch up, then that means that you have to go ahead and pay at the end of the month. So for the one-on-one class, it's per hour. It's per hour section. So we can definitely decide how many hours you want to spend. If you want to spend 5 hours, that's for every hour is 8,000 naira. For every 1 hour, it's 8,000 naira. So if you want 5 hours, that's 40k. If you want 10 hours, that's 80k. If you want 2 hours, that's 16k. If you want 1 hour, it's still 8k. Somebody paid for 3 hours last week. You understand? Some people pay for 5 hours. Some people, it depends on what you want, and then you have it. Ask and you shall receive. That's the way the class runs. Okay. All right. So thank you, everyone. I believe I've been able to answer all the questions. I believe, yeah, I've been able to answer all the questions. And this is the question we're going to be. This is what you will. If anybody asks you any question about this is what you're going to send to them so that they can have their questions answered. All right. So thank you all. And please, if you are in the sponsorship class, I beg, no go away.